Hey everybody, who doesn't love barbecue? And if you love barbecue, you gotta love burnt ends. The problem is, most people don't have a smoker, so making burnt ends is out of the picture. Well, I'm gonna show you how to do burnt ends at home in the oven that are melt in your mouth delicious. We're doing it next on Buzz Cooks Burnt Ends. Stick around.
So I had this boneless pork shoulder in the fridge, and I decided let's make some burnt ends. I know. Usually it's brisket meat, but when these are done, they're going to be so flavorful and melt in your mouth tender. Trust me, you won't know a difference. So we're going to cut it into about inch and a half slices. Then we'll take those slices and we'll cut those in half and then try to get about a little bit more than 1 inch squares is what we're looking for, because they will shrink down quite a bit. Then we'll toss those into a bowl big enough to mix well, because we're going to put our seasoning in next. So once we get all this meat cut up, we're going to take out our favorite barbecue rub. My favorite is Killer Hog, but I couldn't find it at the store, so I had to use McCormick instead, which is still a good brand, don't get me wrong. So we're going to get in there and we're going to mix this up real good, make sure that everybody is coated really nicely with the barbecue rub. Just like that. Then we're going to cover this with some saran wrap, and we're going to pop this in the refrigerator for about an hour. Let all that seasoning get to work on that meat. So after 1 hour, we're going to get a baking pan. I like these throwaway ones I get at Sam's Club. You know me, I don't like doing dishes. So anyways, we're going to pop all the pieces in there, try to spread them out as best we can. Then we're going to cover with aluminum foil and make sure it's sealed tightly. I've got my oven preheated to 280 degrees. So we're going to pop this in the oven for 3 hours at 280 degrees. There we go. Now once that's going, I figured if you're going to have barbecue, you might as well have some homemade coleslaw to go with it. So let's work on our coleslaw. We're going to go with 3/4 cups of mayonnaise, 3 tablespoons of sugar, 1.5 tablespoons white wine vinegar, a 1/3 cup of oil, olive oil, 1/8 of the following: garlic powder, onion powder, dry mustard, celery salt, tablespoon of lemon juice, a half a cup of half and half, and then we'll toss all this into our cup, which is our blender cup for our bullet, and we'll let that mix up real good. If you don't have a bullet, you can use a blender or mix it by hand. It's up to you. And we'll set that in our fridge until it's time that we need it. And while I'm doing that, if I can remind you to please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment if you can, it really helps. Tell your friends and family all about the channel. I appreciate it very much. and leave a comment. And I already said that part, but hit that bell. That's the important one. If you hit the bell every time I pop out a new video, which is every Wednesday and Sunday, you'll be notified. How about that? Tastes delicious? Good. In the fridge it goes. Now, time to pull out the pork. And be careful with that foil. It's going to be hot. And look at that. Look at that. Beautiful. So, step 2. We're going to take this pork and we'll use our favorite barbecue sauce. I found Franklin's barbecue sauce, which is the first time I'm using it, which is from Franklin's famous barbecue in Austin. Anyways, so we're going to take about half of these nuggets and put them into the bowl full of Franklin's barbecue sauce, or your favorite barbecue sauce. And we're going to give them all a great mix, make sure everybody's coated again. And then we're going to transfer these to a new baking dish. Voila. Just like that. And put them all in there. Like that. Perfect. So now we're going to put this into an oven of 375 degrees for about 15 minutes. And then 10 minutes under the broiler on high, just to crisp them up a little bit and get that burnt end look. And while those are going, it's time to mix our coleslaw. So I just bought a bag of the pre-chopped up coleslaw. And we'll pour our dressing on top and give that a quick mix. Now it's time to take out the burnt ends and plate. And what I like to do right at the end is I like to top it off with hot honey. This is just an option. You don't have to do that. You can take some extra barbecue sauce and top them off that way. It's up to you. This is just the way I like to do it. So anyways, enjoy this recipe. They are melt in your mouth delicious. Everybody's going to love these, and we'll see you on the next video. Thank you very much.